Friday night paint. Friday night paint. Friday night paint.
We can change the name in post.
It's Friday Night Live with your host, your brother Nico, and the Free, and recently escaped from the basement, Hoodies. And now for the car wreck of the show, welcome to the Cross and Fizz. What's going on, guys? We are live.
What is up, a beautiful people? It's what's up, Nico.
I am Freak. Welcome to the friggin' show.
How are y'all doing today on this, I was going to say cold day here in Texas, but it's actually been warming up lately.
No, it's cold tonight.
Yeah. It's cold, but it's not the 15 degrees it was the other night.
No, it's 38, but yeah, it's getting there. It's supposed to drop down to the 20s tonight.
Oof.
Yeah. Anyway.
So wherever y'all are, if it's cold in your neck of the woods,
and whatever you're doing,
I mean, it makes it more possible for y'all to stay frosty, but try and stay warm, guys. Y'all are killing my wallet. That's a GW thing. That's not us. That is not us.
I wish that we had that much influence. Jeez. We just said one thing or two. Everybody rushes out and gets it because we said it. Wouldn't that be cool? Why are you getting all this? Haven't you heard? The Frost and Fizz said to go get it. Where are you, hiding on a rock?
With some of the bigger YouTubers, of course, that is definitely the case. I was interestingly watching Ichi's show, his podcast style show, and he had on a big YouTuber named Liam Dempsey. He's only got I think 30,000 subs now. But
that's it? Small.
Right. But he was part of
compared to us.
Winter's channel for a while with over 100,000. He's got the play button.
Oh, of course.
He and Winters have earned the play button. So he started up his own channel, and so compared to where he was part of a channel, with over 100,000, now he's building himself back up at 30,000. But he said that he doesn't like the term influencer, but he is aware that when he says something on his channel about what's fun to play, what's strong, what's powerful, what makes tactical sense, that some people are going to go out and make purchases based on what they say on their show. So I thought that was interesting that influencer really does kind of work in the same way in our genre as it does. I mean, not us, because we're small people and we're not competitive people, but it works.
We are influencers, though. We do influence.
That's true.
Bad behavior and stripping and things like that. I don't know why. But getting tased.
We influence people to bring out their inner 13-year-old and make inappropriate jokes.
Yep, pretty much.
Look at these dudes. Happy freaking Friday. Good to see you, Commodore. I'm going to go down the line and check everybody's comments.
Yep. I'm drink more of my tea.
First, I just want to finish this thought. But yeah, so, I mean, in our niche, influencers kind of works in the same kind of manner that the original concept with fashion influencers, kind of had, based on what they say, people go out and buy different fashions. What big Warhammer influencers say, people are going to go out and buy models And interestingly, some of these models are kind of about the same price as, designer clothes. All right. Gamers with Coffee is in the chat. Ashley says, hey, we're here. Even though they're streaming over with Mini Warmut right now, they've got us going in the background, so they are multitasking. And we wouldn't miss you guys, they say. We appreciate that.
Aw, thank you.
Hellchild says,
I just realized there's my box of Zombicide in the background. I just realized that. Oh,
nice. Current interest. I posted up on, actually, I think it was our story, so it's not on there anymore. But I posted up your post of Zombicide painting you've been doing. You have been absolutely crushing it lately.
Oh, thank you. Go ahead and finish reading, and we'll talk more about that. Yeah.
It's like 28 degrees where Thomas is right now. -3 in Iowa. They got some serious cold to deal with.
Ooh.
Killy wants Dark Angels and wanted to use your thumbnail colors. Oh, that's cool.
You won't get some junk angels?
Hey, Thomas says, go buy Conquest and use the code F and F10. That's
hell yeah.
F10. Save
F
yourself
them.
10% on Conquest minis. And
F all of them.
support the channel.
Oh, F10. F10, right? Or F10?
F10.
F10?
Yes, F10.
Okay. Don't listen to me. We're influenced.
Freak is an influencer. He Commodore doesn't wear pants because of you.
See? Best influence ever. Don't tell me we don't influence. Drive without pants. That's fun. Go driving without pants. And get pulled over. Best way to get tased. Bare ass.
One of his friends that is a cop told Freak the other day, oh yeah, I'd tase you. I'd tase you in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Like, oh my God. I think I said this here in the chat, right? I don't remember where I said it to. I know we were in conversation, and he's a good friend. He plays bass at church with me, and the guy, he's a member of SWAT, right, for Houston PD. Yeah, we were just talking around, and we were talking about getting tased. I said, would you tase me? He goes, oh man, I'd tase you in a heartbeat. I would let the battery run out on you. Like, why? What do I have? Tase me, please. Written on my forehead? He goes, yeah.
Talking about wearing no pants. Hellchild says kilts are better than pants anyways.
You know what? This is true. Because you can ride bare ass and not look it. Smart. Very smart. I like it. We have our kilts. We might have to try that in our next act.
True. Mythos Greg gave you a shout out on our live. Right now, Gamers with Coffee is streaming with Mini Warma and 2 other streamers. And so that means we just got a shout out on 4 channels right now. That's
wow. What is he shouting? Hey, don't watch those freaks. Go watch a real influencer instead. And we're like, yeah, probably a good idea. We'll join you. Let's go over there and join them.
Commodore says, I'd taste the shit out of you. Goes back to playing the bass for Jesus.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Literally. I would shit all over myself.
Oh, we were just talking about that, Greg. Thank you so much. Happy Flippin' Friday. Wah! Says the adventures of Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish. Thank you.
Commodore says, you want to eat or you want to play with little plastic men? And Hellwork says, food is for the weak.
This is true.
I love the number of like memes and stuff like that going around Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and TikTok of people making different food with sprues and stuff like that because they're like, I spent all my grocery money on Warhammer. And so there's one person who did like a bowl of cereal where they put some cut up sprue in a bowl, and then they poured in their milk and spooned it out with a a big spoon like they're
Sounds
cooking a
legit.
big-
Totally like that.
Another sprue sandwich. We could do sprue ramen.
Oh yeah, nice and stringy. Oh yeah. Sprue fight. Huh? They don't sprue everywhere.
True. Time for saltwater soup and for dessert sugar water. Yes. And making some wish sandwiches. That's what we called them in military school. Because when
Wish it was real food.
yeah, when we go out and do field exercises, they had these big sheets of cracker that they would pack kind of in the same crates that our MREs would come with.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just basically bread. And so, we'd eat our MREs during meal times, and then sometimes after like some workouts and stuff like that, they'd let us have the little, packs of ration crackers. And one day, our CO leading us, which was just a teacher, and had told us that, we were out of lunches or whatever, and we were the last class of the day. So they're like, we're not going to go back all the way back to the school and get more for just one class. So they were like, all right, time for y'all to learn about the military wish sandwich. And he had just passed out the big sheets of crackers. And I was like, well, what do we bake the sandwich out of? He's like, you're going to snap that cracker in half and wish there was something in the middle. I was like, oh.
Damn.
Oh. Oh.
That's sad. Oh my god.
Okay, Mythos, you need... Oh, I need advice. What Gundam do I need next? I have all the IBO ones. Oh, you got the two you were missing. That's awesome. Speaking of which, I remember Commodore said he wishes he had some of the G Gundams. And I've got one of the evolutions of the Burning Gundam, the Burning Star Gundam. G Gundam. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're gonna build that.
Hey, eventually, I said I said to you guys the other night that I've got 3 medium kits, 1 massive kit here. You guys can see kind of over there. And I've got an SD Gundam kit over here. So sometime this year,
That pile's getting bigger.
I am going to do no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same as when I was told I need to bring the size of the pile. In fact, it's like 1 box smaller. It's not getting bigger. Oh, but then again, I did just put the Gundam over here, so I guess technically it is getting a little bigger. Do 2 smaller piles, guys. It's okay. Thomas is saying exactly what Oni said. He'll wait to do it December 31st. I wish this cracker had CPS's phone number. Who told you about CPS? Back to the fields, children. Oh, man. Okay, so you got all the IBO ones now. My personal favorite is Wing. Like, some of my favorites are Death Scythe. Specifically, Death Scythe Hell with 6 wings. That one was the coolest.
That was funny.
That was.
Oh, man. Who's dinging me? Don't ding me. I have a headache. Oh.
So which Gundam? I have 3 Zaku 2s. The Sazabi, if you want that realm, or that realm's Gundams, the Sazabi is pretty amazing. One of the Red Comets Gundams. I also, just especially since you you love the death, artwork and stuff like that, I definitely recommend Death Scythe Hell or Death Scythe Custom.
I'm gonna put this to the art of the week chat or whatever. Amanda, my oldest, she went out on a date. My wife went to go and kind of babysit for the kids. She's staying the night, all that, so that my oldest daughter and her husband go out on a date and just enjoy it without having the kids and all that. So wherever they are, they found a very interesting snack machine, vending machine. I say vending machine. You wait till you see what's in it. She says, I have not seen one of these in a hot minute. I'm like, oh, where are you? Should I be concerned? So let me post this. Oh my God, I cannot believe that it's a thing. Okay, I posted in the art of the week and about the, at first I was thinking bowling alley, but no, that's not a bowling. I don't know where that is.
Huh.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I said. Like, very strange.
Yeah, I know that when you go to like really like old timey kind of places,
yeah,
you see the little old school cigarette vending machines.
Yeah, the old one, but
snack machine.
Yeah, here you go, guys. Check this out. You got the munchies? Yeah, we got snacks. You need some nicotine? Yeah, we got the smokes too. I mean, what?
That's a good question. How do they keep like, some 8-year-old from just going and getting some?
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. They've got to be in a bar or something. Where it's, I don't know. I don't know. I have so many questions right now. It's funny though. Oh, this is great. Okay, hold on. We got to do this, guys, because this is just funny as hell.
Oh, I think I see a bar stool in the background.
Okay. Oh, no, wait. Okay. So all the bad or unhealthy stuff is... Oh, no, wait. We got some really good healthy choices. Veggie straws. Veggie straws. Zesty. Veggie straws. Sea salt. Classic. Snyder's. Pieces. Marlboro Lights.
The veggie straws have a little hole in the middle, so you could actually do like the 1930s and have the little straw holding a cigarette.
Marlboro NXTs. Can't go wrong there.
Jimbo Fett says the four food groups: sugar, salts, fats, and nicotine. He's not wrong.
Oh my God. This is awesome. This is great. Oh, this made my day. This freaking made my day. I swear. Oh, you can't make that up. Oh, that's right. Let me undo that. Always mess it up, don't I? Turn it off. There we go. And cut. So yeah, that was fun.
That's awesome. If an 8-year-old has $10 of quarters for smokes, let them be. Have you ever been hit with $10 worth of quarters from a kid going through withdrawal? It's like buying a barrel wall.
Oh God!
Hey, you can't buy those. You want these quarters, old man? Oh,
they'll kick his ass.
My next Space Marine army is the Marvels.
That's right.
Your captains are going to have little cowboy hats on them like the Marlboro Man.
What I find kind of offensive, though, is that they have the Reese's peanut butter cups right next to the Marlboro NXTs. Like, really? Then I figured, you know what? Those are probably the best out of both worlds. Man, I want a really good chocolate, candy, and I need a good smoke. What should I get?
I feel like Andy's mints and something like that, the menthol and the chocolate, But menthol and peanut butter? I don't know.
I don't know, man. Hey, look, Like, don't knock it. Apparently, it's pretty good. According to this vending machine. This is the shit. Just saying.
Wait, Imperial Guard Army cowboys with cigarettes.
Sounds good, actually.
Son, I've been hit with so many quarters, I've built up an immunity. Don't ask me how. Oh, while he's doing... Have you ever seen the first Hulk movie, the really bad one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not really bad. I kind of liked it.
Oh, I mean, that was okay. I didn't know you liked it. I'm sorry. Anyways.
It was the first time they did a Hulk remake, okay? Come on. Give him a little credit.
I love the CG. The story for a Marvel movie was just weird, but the second Hulk was better. Yes, I agree.
The second Hulk was better, but come on.
But the anyways, that's you doing on your routine on stage. You know, if people start pelting you quarters, and just like the bullets on the Hulk in that first movie, where they did the CG of the, they did a great job of animating it so that way it was like you could just see that the bullet, he wasn't impervious to the bullet. It was just his muscles were so dense that the bullets would ripple off of his skin. You know, I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, that's you with the quarters at a
quarters. I keep hitting my mic. Let's move that. Ugh. Mommy, why is that man's face so swollen? Keep walking.
Freak was getting ready to do a show and his signed Stan Lee Hulk boxers. Now he is sad. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Lou Ferrigno and Stan Lee did a cameo in that movie.
Yep. I enjoyed especially Marvel movies, Stan Lee, that's those are always amazing, but that's standard for the course, right?
I know,
really enjoyed the Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno I liked Lou Ferrigno. That's what I grew up with when I was a kid.
I mean, I grew up with it as a kid too. I mean, Ang Lee directed the first one.
Oh, the first remake?
Oh, first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the first. But yeah, I loved Lou Ferrigno growing up. That was one of those, even though it was a little older at the time, that's one of the shows that came on the Armed Forces Network.
Doom, 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 doom. Just hitchhiking. I was like, where is he going? Why is he always hitchhiking? Can't you get a job?
Well, he can't afford to stay in the same place for very long. So
no, he can't. I know. It was so sad. Everybody's pissing him off. Ah! He's throwing furniture through walls. Angry man.
But I was going to say, how did we get so derailed? Oh, that's right. The freak me hit my quarters. Although this was like a good, like this wasn't like derailed. We just took a sidetrack. Yeah.
Derailed. Isn't it what we do all the time?
Usually,
I thought this was natural. I'm thinking.
They're still putting Stan Lee in cameos. Yeah, I like that they do that. I know it's not, the same. I enjoy it.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's now.
Jim Buffett says Marvel died after Stan Lee passed away.
I hope not. I hope they keep it.
I could see where some people would feel that way. But yeah. All right, so what you got for a poke child, my brother? What you been up to? Like I said, we posted some of your work. I see you've been putting in the work.
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit. I haven't done any more since I've done those two Okay, so I was doing some of the survivors for Zombicide. And then I decided, you know what, I need to do some of the zombies, and then I worked on a runner. Let me think. I did a runner and I did one of the fatties, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, and I did finish Odin, the little kid. So that was wrapped up. So anyway, I got way more to do. So, but this week it's just been crazy. It's been kind of rough. So I haven't really done much during the week, but I mean, I got a lot of covered. So
No pork chop for freak. He's been doing tomahawk steaks. I'm jealous. I want the tomahawk steaks.
I like me some steaks.
Me too. Myself, I has done a bit of work. I finished up and got, I think today I varnished this. So really just today is the first official day. I went to go film a YouTube short of it and realized this is a beefy boy, because this is resin here. It's not the official. And yeah, it's so hefty and chunky that my turntable wouldn't spin. So I got to figure out how I wanted to do the showcase. But
that turntable is struggling. You can hear.
But yeah, I love how it came out, and definitely, I love like how sometimes, like I thought it looked good before, but sometimes when you hit it with that varnish, like the colors, your blend of colors just comes together. So yeah,
it looks good.
Really pleased with the way it came out. So I finished that up this week. I feel like I've been chipping away just a little bit at it every week. And, it looks almost the same when I say, oh, I did the next step in this. But these 3 Inceptors here, I finally finished them up, got them varnished today. In fact, I was in a meeting earlier, and I broke, it was one of those where you just kind of listen to what's going on meetings. It's not one I had to participate in. And so I just put the mute button on and broke out the airbrush and put some of that AK Ultra Matte varnish on.
You're in the background. So what do you think about the meeting there, Mythos? What about those numbers? Mythos? Mythos? Can Mythos can hear us? I think he's on mute. Mythos! Somebody call him, please. Anybody has his text him, please. He's deliberately ignoring him.
Oh, so just like we're talking about tramp stamping my Vindicator as Jack Frost, Hellchild says tramp stamp this one, the Imperial Chonk.
Yes.
Freak's doing masterclass paintings.
Thank you. I don't know why you would say that, but thank you anyway. I've been having fun. I really have been fun, especially with the Zombicide, because there's a couple things. First of all, I love the different sculpts. They're okay. They're not the greatest, but they're tiny. They're so small. And that, because of that, the challenge of them being small. So it's pretty fun. It's like, can I really make this work being so small? And I've really been up in my my skin game.
Yes, you have.
Sure. So yeah, because the majority of them have, it's all skin exposed. I thought, okay, this is going to be the challenge. How can I make this work and make it look realistic? And so, yeah, I've kind of made it happen. So it's pretty cool. So I can't wait to start doing more. So
that's awesome.
Actually, if my freaking head clears, I got a banging headache. I took some sinus medicine and ibuprofen together because that's the right thing to do. And so if it goes away, I might join y'all tonight for some paint chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And he's saying that as a joke, not as an influencer. Nobody go out and crush up some ibuprofen and sinus medication.
And snort it. Don't do that. Don't crush it and snort it through your nose. That's just not.
Chop it up with your credit card.
Yeah, right. Don't use a library card. Credit cards are important. Okay. Jeez, gotta learn something. If you don't have a library card, then it's okay. And take someone's.
Take someone's.
I mean, you're living a life of crime anyway, right? So I might as well.
Jimbo Vet said, too late.
Oh, damn it. Trying to help you here, man.
Oh man. Also, so I did those three. I went ahead and sometimes when I print stuff, I don't like just seeing them sit there in their printed state. So even though I have way too much stuff to work on and I'm not going to paint them right now, I went ahead and primed up the base coat on these 5 heavy intercessors. And where I did surgery on the one arm to actually put a heavy bolter on, looks all right.
Hold on. Wait.
Boop.
All right, say something.
So here are the heavy intercessors. And yeah, they look so much more legit, primed up and ready to go, ready to get some paint on. Now, of course, I should have sub-assembled this, but lately I've been too lazy for sub-assemblies. But I guarantee getting that some of that chest armor and stuff like that with their bolters strapped across their chest is going to be a chore. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. And same with my printed Apothecary Biologus. So
I like that. Most good.
Thank you. These are really good to go with. I know you plan on. You said you always wanted to have 6 of your aggressor boys. These are, well, I would say this are good with aggressors, but I think, yeah, these give the aggressors lethal hits. So
the Apothecary?
Yeah, the Biologus one specifically.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So there's the one that has the arm that has all the medical gear on it, the drill, the needles, the saw.
Right. The Primaris one.
Yeah, that one can't go with Gravis. This one can go with Gravis, but he's called a Biologus. He's Medicae that specializes in alien physiology and learning their weaknesses. And so his ability is this little container here is where he takes like alien DNA samples and stuff. And basically his lessons learned give you like insight into
they found out if the alien's the daddy or not. Got it.
You are the father. Big tyrannid.
That's right. You're a child support, bitch.
But yeah, getting so like your aggressors, so even though bolters, aren't the best on the aggressors, like getting lethal hits on all of them, so that way you get automatic wounds. That's pretty cool. I'm going to be putting it on my aggressors flamers. I think that'd be pretty neat. Or I might just put them with the heavy intercessors and give them lethal hits, since they're like 13 shots for 5 Marines.
Okay. Yeah,
but yeah, so options there. Oh, and after I finished the Executioner, I started working on this on Oni's show. If you want to check out Oni's Twitch streams, you can check out our Friends of the Frosted Fist link below. But yeah, so I started on. I gave him I gave him the white shoulder pads, for like the veteran status in Ultramarines, and I still need to finish painting the inside of the sarcophagus, but I did the sarcophagus in white, kind of like a veteran would get a white helmet in the Space Marines. And then I decided to do something kind of cool, inspired by like early Generation 1 Transformers, like Ultra Magnus and stuff like that. I left the gauntlet blue, but I did the fingers in white. And kind of like with the shape of and this is a GW Redemptor. This one's not a printed one. But yeah, kind of like with the shape of the fingers there, it kind of reminds me of like fingers on some of the original, Generation 1 Transformers. So yeah, I thought that was pretty neat looking. And, it's just more things to tie to the, the white accents I'm doing for the veteran status. So yeah, I think that's everything I've done this week. I didn't do any of my Zombicide painting this week, and I'm running out of time. I've got like 10 days left, 11 days left until the end of the month, so I really need to kind of get going on.
What kind of goal do you have on painting your Zombicide?
I want to get all 12 of the heroes painted up.
Oh, okay. That's a tall order.
That is a tall order. So yeah, the thing is that especially on my weekends and stuff like that, because they are smaller sculpts and character models, I don't need to worry about batch painting or stuff like that. So it is feasible that I could knock out 2 heroes per day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more with the days off I've got coming up. So we'll see. But yeah, so I think that either our first show of this year or the last show of last year, I said that for Mini Warmutt's January challenge, I wanted to do the Executioner, my 3 Inceptors, this Gravis Captain here, and the 12 heroes from Zombicide. And that's kind of my personal challenge. So I've gotten the Space Marines aside from this one captain done. So I might chip away at him some tonight. But he is mostly there, especially now that his power sword is done. I can just go in and kind of finish the details and stuff and put on the decals. So, but yeah, after this guy, I've done 1 hero, so that's 11 more to go. So, yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Yeah, so I still got to work on my orcs, but I'm just taking a break. So I'm kind of bouncing between my orcs and Zombicide, so it's actually pretty cool. So
definitely been cranking out some good looking work, brother.
Thank you, man.
Needs a white knee pad. The captain or the Redemptor?
I think the Redemptor.
Okay. Yeah, maybe where I've got the fingers here white, maybe the opposite knee pad.
I don't know.
I kind of like.
My personal is the having on the right.
On the same side as the fingers?
Yeah, that's just me.
Okay.
I mean, ask the chat. I mean, what do you think, chat? It's same as the shoulder pad on the right. I'm pointing
same
to the left.
Or opposite?
I like it all in one.
Okay.
Oh, same as the size of the fingers. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that'll definitely break it down a little bit. Looks really good. That looks great, by the way.
I appreciate it. So that is my pork chop. Speaking of painting some Zombicide, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but Ashley from Gamers with Coffee has been painting some Zombicide herself, doing
That
a
is
Zombicide
awesome.
Black Ops set.
Is that the another DLC? Or downloadable conflict, but another add-on expansion. Yeah. That's cool.
Speaking of DLC, well, kind of DLC. I've been watching a lot of streamers play Lethal Company with mods.
Yeah.
And I think Tiff and I are going to dip our toes in the water playing with some of the mods because they've got some pretty cool ones.
Are they workshop mods or mods that you can like buy or what? Where?
They are external because apparently the Steam can't do the mods yet because the workshop mods because it's still in beta.
Okay.
And they're waiting for the live. But there's another program that people use for Lethal Company that's like basically a mod manager.
Uh-huh.
To plug them in and yeah, so some of the cool ones that we've been seeing is like the free slot. One is like Hotbar Plus, where you can adjust the number of loot spots that you have. Or one that I like a little bit better is one that gives you the flashlight and walkie-talkie slots for free. So
is that the Nexus mods? It's probably the Nexus mods.
But Lily could probably put it in the chat if she gets a chance.
Yeah, I think it's Nexus mods because you can download the Nexus mods app and I've seen a lot.
What, bed?
Want
The not the not well, yeah, the particular mods too, but also the mod manager.
Yeah,
He's
the mod that
Thunderstorm is the one that
Thunderstorm? I never heard of that. I never heard of that. I've heard of Nexus mods.
one of my favorites that I've seen the streamers do is it's called Skinwalker, and it'll save voice clips from that you and your party do, and it'll use your lines back at you coming from the monsters. And so sometimes you'll hear like somebody coming up behind you, and you'll hear your teammate talking, and it might be a monster using your teammate's voice. It might be your voice.
That's wrong. That's totally wrong, dude. I'd rage quit. Ugh.
And one of the ones I saw where it was like it turned out to be a party wipe because some of the players got killed inside, and they came across the masked mimics. And so, when you kill a masked mimic, they take your body and make you a mimic as well, right? Zane, my man, how goes it today? I once again have showed up at the end of the street. Actually, no, it's pretty
we're
early.
starting, yeah.
Early doors. Anyways.
Oh, Thunderstorm. Thunderstore. Yeah.
Oh, Thunderstore.
Yeah.
I must have misheard from the other room. But so they heard there were dogs and mimics outside, and they heard their companion say, "I'm on the other side." And so they're like, "Oh, let's go let our friend in," because they heard their friend talking. Hey, I'm on the other side. And the friend went and opened the door, and it wasn't their friend on the other side. It was a dog and a mimic, and they just came in and murdered them.
Oh my god.
I was
That's
like,
so messed up.
that's so wrong.
That is so messed up. I'd be so pissed.
Adds to the creepy factor, though. Marcos Castellanos. Wow. How goes it, my friend? Sounds like Lethal Company. Yes. You've been enjoying a bit of Lethal Company lately. This week wore me out. Oh, that is not quite a poke shot, but that is an update I can give. So I have been stressed out for months now because my contract has been the contract that which I serve at the security firm I work at has been going through a rebid for the contract. A renegotiation. We were trying to keep the contract going out to bid, and it just taken we're supposed to sign at the beginning of December. And so you can imagine how stressed I've been that it's halfway through January and, it wasn't done yet. But finally, this week I got all my signatures. I got corrections made. Things are being put into place. My people are getting more money. It looks like things are on the mend. And so I've just had a massive weight lifted off my shoulder.
That's great. So it worked out.
It looks like it so far. We'll see.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. Congratulations. Thank you, my brother. I'm glad it's the weekend. I feel that, brother.
Yeah.
Have
Definitely.
a great night. Glad you got all that stuff resolved with us. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Hellchild. So,
That's great.
that's a big load off.
I've been wondering why you're so quiet lately.
It's been like holding my breath, just waiting for everything to finish clearing because things were looking.
That's how you know Mythos understands that I'm bad luck. Because he figured the moment that he speaks to me, everything will turn to shit. Oh man, I spoke to Freak. Oh god, I'm getting fired. That's it. I'm done. He's right.
Unfortunately. Any thoughts on the Frosted Fist convention? So we haven't forgotten about it. The only reason we haven't brought it up yet is we wanted to start with what dates we wanted to and reach out to the community and see what worked for everyone else.
Yep.
And what I personally am waiting on is, my extended family. A lot of us get together every June and go to Project Acon, an anime convention in Dallas. every June, and we wanted to see where those dates fall this year before we start looking at our dates. Well, particularly me, and they just haven't announced their dates yet. But they almost always announce it no later than sometime in January. So we're hoping to get some information any day now, and then we can start putting some feelers out to some of you guys and seeing what.
Yeah, what we don't want to do is set it up, pay for the venue, and one or two people show up. That's kind of defeats the purpose. So we just want to make sure that we know a good turnout will come up.
Oh yes, and if I missed the family vacation with the extended family, my family will disown me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then I'll have to ask Freak if I can sleep on his couch.
Which, I mean, it's going to be funny for both of us sleeping on the same couch. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Flashlight and walkie-talkie mods are reserved item slot core.
Okay.
Reserved flashlight. Okay, cool. Acon in June, bring your models for a game that weekend. All right. That would be cool. Yeah, we'll sync up, my brother.
Yeah, if we can pull this off, that'll be a lot of fun. Got a lot of people that are wanting to come. So, but wanting and saying and then actually coming, it's three different things.
Oh yeah, and trust me, that's why we want to put the feelers out.
Yep.
Because we
feelers.
We know that it would be a big commitment to get here to the Houston area and making staying arrangements, and then of course, while we're here hanging out, people are going to want to eat. People want to get,
I mean, there's plenty of places to stay, plenty of places to eat. So that's not an issue. Yeah. Money.
Money.
But yeah.
I feel like they need to run out backwards on stage like Shane McMahon. Money, money, money. Anyways.
I mean, if you guys want to come with me and Mythos and Panhandle at the Chippendales like we always do in the back alley, I mean, you can do that too. Just join us. Sell pencils with a bow tie.
Also, I recently got a promotion at work, so if you come to Chippendales, I'm now not only doing my usual stage routine, but for the extra money, I'm now working stall number 1. So,
Okay. All right. I was wondering, that phone number looked familiar. Yeah.
Man, I got to work today and, somebody fixed the freaking hole. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm officially off the rails. So, anyways, speaking of secret things, the Keeper of Secrets, the Dark Angels, have a lot of cool information that's been going around lately. And yeah, some of it is leaks that we have seen, so we can't put them up on site because they're actual snippets that we've seen in that appear to be from the Codex. So we're going to talk about them. We've got some notes here, but we definitely don't want to put them up on screen because we don't want to get in trouble.
Nope.
I'm not a very good dancer. I would have to make up for it with other skills.
Oh, we're terrible dancers too. We do have skills.
We have a certain set of skills.
Not socially acceptable skills, just...
And some of the best knee pads that you could get from Walmart.
Yes. They have duct tape on them now. But they work.
Duct tape, just like the knee pads in Dark Tide.
Yes.
That's
I don't
that's an
understand.
Easter egg in
That's
the
a-
game, by the way. The knee
Yes,
pads
it's
have
us.
layers of duct tape on them, because they know how expensive
Oh
Warhammer
yeah.
is. Anyway,
It's kind of
so
crazy because even at the very beginning when you start playing the game, they're wearing their Jesus sandals. You're like, oh, there's their toes. Oh, oh, oh.
there's sandals that are just bound together by duct tape.
By duct tape. Yeah, it's like, oh, you look homely.
All right, so ta-da. Pulling up some info here.
I still have the picture of that vending machine here. That's awesome. I need to ask her where that was. It's got to be a bar.
I think I saw a bar stool in the background.
I do see it. It says, what's this say? Something starts here. It could be like a dance hall or something.
Okay, so actually, I'm going to start us off with an article we actually can show information because it's from the Warhammer community.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put that in Art of the Week so we don't get it crossed with the stuff we can't show.
Okay.
And then we can move on to some of the leaks, which I'm sure all of you have probably seen by this point, but we just don't want to get in trouble by putting up leaks on.
Yeah, everybody respectful, right?
Yeah.
We don't want and we don't want GW banging on our doors.
Because most likely they'll send Dorn and I'll get kicked in the balls
Kicked in the balls, yeah.
Here, Toby, go get me some chips and cigs from the machine.
Okay. Ooh, all right. Dark Angels Kit Focus.
Wait a minute, Toby.
Toby.
Why are there
6
18 cigarettes in this pack?
Let me see your arm. It's time to burn you. What?
Oh, God.
Sorry. It went dark.
I have.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I have a cigarette burn
Dang
right
it.
here
Oh my God.
from a similar issue, but it was mostly my pride. My donor had a cousin named Rook. He came to stay with us for a couple of days before being shipped out. And he smoked, and he said, he called it a being a man test, right? And he said, put your arm against mine. And my donor was sitting right here and just laughed. He's like, okay. He goes, I'm going to set my, so we're arm to arm, right? He said, I'm going to put my cigarette right here. And if you don't flinch first, then we'll know that you're a man. And if you do flinch first, we'll know you're a little girl. And I was like, oh.
I ain't no bitch.
I don't know if this is what I signed up for, but I said, I'm not a girl. And so he put the cigarette down there. And I actually held it there for longer than I expected to. I was a little proud of myself, but eventually, of course, I flinched and it turned into a big, like, puffy little balloon there on my. And he and my dad are just laughing and laughing. And when I asked what was so funny, I was like, God, my arm friggin' burns now. I've got a massive blister on it. And I was like, well, when I asked him what was so funny, apparently in basic training, he'd snapped his wrist there on some cable and he couldn't feel anything there now. So it didn't matter how long I'd kept my arm there. He was there.
Oh, that's messed up.
It's like, yeah, it's just going to burn the pin there. I'm like, oh, so you had metal under the skin there. Okay. You jerk.
Kick in the balls.
Yeah, send Dorn to go visit him.
I think that's definitely called for. Could you imagine Dorn showing up, knock on his door? I am Dorn. Primarch
of
of
the
Imperial Fist.
Are you Rook? Rook? Yeah. Boom! Big metal booted.
I shall kick you in your nuts. Oh, yeah. Is that even coming through?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't?
Mm-mm. I don't know if they heard
What
it.
about you guys? Did y'all hear it at all? Probably didn't. You're probably like, what the hell is he doing? He did. Okay. He did. Let me see something. I wonder if I can change it on Zoom. Let me see. Oh. Select this. Let's see if that works. I don't know if that's going to work or not. All right. See if we can hear it now.
I am Rogel Dorn. No. Still nothing.
Well,
You're saying something. I know it. I can't hear anything. Hold on.
Huh. Oh, it must be the microphone thing. Hold on, let me try this one more time. Okay, let's try this.
I will kick you in the nuts. Oh, you heard it now, huh? Okay. All right, let me try this again. Hold on.
Mythos got muted, so did he get dorned?
I am Dorn. I shall kick you in the nuts. Be prepared. As Primarch of the Imperial Fist, I shall boot you in the nads. Bitch.
It's pretty good.
That is good.
I like that. You got Thorn, bitch. All right. I have it up.
Okay. Let us take a look.
Jeez. All right, let's see here. Boom. I wonder why my music's not playing. Come on, play. So weird. It's corrupt. Anyway. All right, here we go. Dark Angels, kit, focus, robes, accessories, incense burners, and plasma. All right, Dark Angels are the most secretive of all the Space Marine chapters, pursuing a clandestine agenda of persecution and redemption that marks them apart from the rest of the Adeptus Astartes. With the Deathwing Assault Box available to pre-order this weekend, we're lifting the lid on a handful of those mysteries. More precisely, the mystery of what you can expect to get in the box with the Deathwing Knights and Dark Angels upgrade frame. Upgrade! Oh, those are cool looking.
Those are cool looking. You know what we should go back and play some more of?
Indeed.
Deathwing.
Deathwing.
We should
get
try and see
killed
if we
every
can-
freaking time, man. We just get slaughtered.
Yeah. Hey, we finally beat that level with the big Tyranid, though.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like...
Brother Mythos, I'm getting killed here. Please send assistance now. I don't know what assistance is.
Oi! Ozzy. Oi.
Wow!
Wow. Hey, that was really good.
Thank you. We start with the most obdurate of Dark Angels, the Deathwing Knights. These unyielding warriors come from 5 to a unit and can be built with a mace of absolution or a power sword. Each a powerful weapon ideally suited for striking down heretics, traitors, and other targets of the Dark Angel's ire.
Nice.
So you get the Mace of Absolution. Serious ass-kicking. What's ass-kicking? Okay. You get 4 attacks. 2+ weapon skill. Straight 6 minus 1 AP and 2 dammies. Hell yeah.
So it's cool that it's a multi-damage weapon. I don't know what the AP was before on the Mace of Absolution, but we have seen a lot of weapons lose AP in this edition. So, I mean, that's not great, but I do like the 2 dammies. And when we start talking about some of the detachments in a little bit, you'll see that, this is an okay stat by itself. 4 strength 6 attacks, 2 damage apiece, but then once you put it in its detachment and stuff like that, there'll be some stacking buffs here. So I think they'll be pretty good.
But it's good. There's 4 attacks.
Absolutely. And then also we've got your standard power weapon here, except on the Deathwing Knights, it goes up to strength 6, which is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is usual. These Terminators hit on 2. You know what? I'm sorry. You got the voice. I'm going to let you read. I was just sitting here putting in my 2 cents.
It's okay, my brother. For the Emperor. So you get 5 attacks and 2+. Of course, strength 6. Minus 2 AP. That's pretty damn good. And 1 damage. So, not too bad. You get a choice of 12 heads, 2 bear, 5 hooded, and 5 helmed. Very nice.
One thing I'm going to mention that's not on this sheet right here is the sergeant no longer gets the flail per se, like they used to. The flail seems to be a missing stat, and so I don't think the kit's going to come with the flail. Yeah, the flail is not coming in the kit either anymore. However, one of the things that they are doing is that, just like on the Terminator Captain, the weapon that the sergeant uses is just called a relic weapon. And so whether you have it modeled with the power sword we're going to see below, or if you have the old flails because you have an older Deathwing kit, I think either way, whatever it's modeled with, if you put a big ass axe on it, I think it all can still count as a relic weapon. So it's kind of, in that sense, it sucks to lose the flail, but it is cool that you can model it with whatever weapon you want your knight to be wielding, and it'll still be useful for that, WYSIWYG relic weapon profile.
Yes, my brother. Indeed. Their formidable unit leader is a Knight Master who wields a mace great weapon or a relic weapon. His ornate armor is set off by a choice of 2 tilting plates, and he comes with a choice of helmed, bear, or hooded head. The way I like it. What?
Yep, and it's a choice of either or. So as Commodore mentions, that mace on the right is the great weapon, or you could upgrade it to the relic weapon, which is displayed here as a massive 2-hander sword.
And it's sexy.
I really like that mace.
Yeah.
I want to put that on a Space Wolf.
Yeah, that's sexy.
I want to start putting more Dark Angels bits on my Space Wolves. Just so that way, just a little bits and pieces of, nods to the honor jewels that Space Wolves and Dark Angels have whenever they meet up. And often a lot of times they'll claim like bits of armor or weapons as trophies whenever one of them wins an engagement.
The Deathwing Assault Box is the first place you'll be able to find the new Dark Angels upgrade frame. You get 2 in the box, and each comes with 61 cosmetic accessories you can use to coat your Space Marines in lovely Dark Angels gubbins.
The deep, serious voice and the word gummits together sounds funny.
Gubbins. There are shoulder pads and heads for a variety of armor types, tilting plates, and underslung Terminator plasma cannon, icons for your vehicles, tassets, Raven Wing upgrades, tiny relics, like my penis, and a Watcher in the Dark, a mysterious little guy who can join your armor or army for unknown purposes. Seriously, who are these rogue creatures?
Oh, I thought of Watcher in the Dark. Never mind.
I can never see my Watcher in the Dark. Like playing peekaboo. What? These are cool.
Yes. I like actually that Terminator half faceplate.
Half helm, yes.
Yeah, half helmet.
I do like that. I wish more of our brethren looked like this. They would know how serious we look when we're kicked their ass. For the Emperor. See, Brother Clarence, you don't know how pissed he is. He's just, he's feeling, ah! But Brother Joseph, oh, he's angry. Look at him. Strikes fear in the heart of men. And Xenoth, just saying. With all these options and iconic characters like Azrael, Asmodai, Belial, and the Lion himself, your Dark Angels army will be one of the flashiest forces to teleport onto the tabletop. When the full range is released later in the year, you can get your first taste with the Deathwing Assault Box, which is available to pre-order on Saturday. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Now we're going to go to our notes for some other things we can't quite share, but we can talk about.
Yeah. Let me change this. How do I do this again? Oh, yeah. All right. We're back. The face doesn't match the voice. I'm sorry. Give me one moment. Puberty, right? Am I right?
I do miss the version of the Dark Angels Power Fist that had studs all over them. I always thought those looked cool.
Oh yeah, they did. I forgot. They had all those rivets and stuff on them.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It's kind of give or take, because you ever wonder? It's like, well, wait a minute. This is a 40th or 40,000th century or whatever. And I mean, you think they could do, lock their plates in without rivets? Some kind of glue. I don't know.
That's fair.
I'm just saying, man.
Tortuga Bay termies. Yes, Tortuga Bay does have basically, they've done a true scale range for a while now that is basically Primaris sizes on all kinds of older models of Space Marine armor. Even like all the way.
Be right back.
Okay. Even all the way back to like the Saturnine Terminators with the overly large shoulders that went above their head. So, yeah. So when Freak gets back, we're going to talk about some of the different detachments and stuff that were shown. We're going to talk about some of the enhancements those detachments can take, and some of the stratagems, and basically some of the power buffs that they're going to get for taking these detachments. So it's going to be some pretty cool stuff, and it's going to be strong enough. You'll see why. We're pretty much looking forward to seeing what some of the changes these brings and where they're going to end up in the meta. They seem pretty strong on paper. Not going to lie. And the melee here is definitely enough that I, for one, as a Space Wolf player, I'm kind of jealous about the melee that they're bringing. And then as a White Scars player, I'm pretty jealous about their bikes. So I have been toying around with the idea, more than just the idea. I've even been kind of toying around with the list building app. What if just for giggles, I ran my White Scars as Dark Angels, as Raven Wings, because I mean the Raven Wing gets cooler biker rules than the White Scars. I mean, granted, they're their own codex as opposed to, being part of the vanilla codex. So, they're going to get more specialties, but I don't know. I think at least one game I want to try it out. I want to see what it's like to play my White Scars as Dark Angels. And I don't think Feker was being serious earlier, but he was definitely like, man, do some Imperial Fist Angels. I like Angel Fists better, but Wolves better get the same treatment. I am definitely hoping. In fact, seeing how these guys basically, the Dark Angels, Deathwing specifically, are going to be able to start punching vehicles again. Because that's one thing that I am disappointed with is that
I'm sorry.
Welcome back, brother.
Thank you.
Is that in 10th edition, yes, a combat army is different because there's not really the option to just have a Space Wolves unit outside of Dreadnoughts, obviously, melee vehicles anymore. And if you want to run an all combat army, it's kind of like you really should be running a bunch of las cannons instead, or eradicators or whatever. And I'm like, but I like meleeing. I want to get in there and just punch the things, which is a very silly problem, right? Like, man, you want to punch a tank to death? Yes, I do. I can do it in previous editions. I want to do it again. And Deathwing can do that now, as we're going to take a look. So yeah, I want wolves to get the same treatment. I want my wolves to be able to punch tank and stuff. But let's take a look at how they might do that. So we're first. In case you want to pull up the notes on your end, Freak, the first thing we're going to talk about is the detachment for the Deathwing, which is called the Inner Circle Task Force. Imperial Dark Wolves.
Is that on our private chat? Okay,
yes.
Is that the first notes here?
Yes.
Inner Circle, right?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with detachment rule and what some of that might mean, and then I'll let you take on some of the enhancements. So switch off.
Okay.
So the detachment rule, if you're running Inner Circle Task Force, which, by the way, I want to start off by saying, so this are some really genuinely good rules for detachments here, which is something, because one thing that I see Auspecs talk about a lot is that the rules for the detachments are so kind of underwhelming compared to the Space Marine detachments, which are genuinely good, that most of your non-codex chapters are still running the detachments of the vanilla codex, because the vanilla codex is just, as far as detachment goes, better. String cheese for the win per killie. String cheese is very
Heck
good.
yes. It's the best. I love it.
It's the best. I love all those things that you just said. Me too. But yeah, so the fact that most non-codex characters use the vanilla detachments is a sign that they just haven't been as good as the vanilla ones. But I think these are genuinely good. We're going to start with the Deathwing detachment inner circle. So their detachment rule is called Bowed Target. At the start of your command phase, select one objective marker until the start of your next command phase. The objective marker that is your vowed objective marker. So you can do this every turn. So just like you're going to pick an oath moment target, you're going to pick one objective, and it's going to become your vowed objective marker. Each time a Deathwing infantry model or unit from your army makes an attack that targets a unit within range of that objective marker, add 1 to the wound roll. The freaking wound roll. So whatever is parked there. I've definitely seen, people park their tanks on objectives. I've definitely seen people put like a big blob of whatever it is. Whatever they sit on those objectives, you're going to be able to add 1 to the wound roll. And that's amazing. And notice it says, not just melee, it just says 1 to the wound roll. Anytime. And attack. So if you're hitting them with that missile launcher or the plasma cannon on your Terminators, you're getting to wound those from on 1 better now. If you're punching it with that power fist on your Terminators or those maces of absolution we were just looking at, you're getting to wound them on 1 better. That is pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. So let's say I don't know, a Rhino. I think it's what's a Rhino? Toughness 9, toughness 10.
How about that?
Actually, I don't want to lie. Pull up my app here because it makes a difference. All right, so a Rhino, toughness 9. You're hitting it with your missile launcher or your plasma. Normally, you'd be wounding that on 5s. Now you're wounding it on 4s. So I think that's pretty awesome. Or even your power fist, same thing. You'll be wounding it on 4s. So before, I think having to wound vehicles on 5 in melee was such a big hurdle to get over. The fact that you can do 1 better every time reliably is a pretty good ability, and I think it's going to bring some punch back to melee. Restrictions. You can include Dark Angel units, but it cannot include any Astartes units drawn from other chapters.
Boo.
So that's one thing that was said to me, is that, hey, with the way that it's all about detachments, not which army you bring, can you run your wolves as Dark Angels? Well, because you can't draw units from other chapters, I could only if I was just doing them as Dark Angels. I wouldn't be able to pull any Space Wolf units or Space Wolves characters. It'd only have to be anything that doesn't have a name tag.
Slightly misleading.
Yeah, so. But it's good that they've got that restriction right there in black and white.
Yep, tells you. You can't be us. Yeah.
Next, we've got the enhancements that you can stick on your character models.
Yeah.
You want to take this one quickly?
Sure.
Champion of the Deathwing, even amongst the elite of the Unforgiven, this warrior is a paragon of duty and martial might.
Yeah, this is a Deathwing model only. Melee weapons equipped by the bearer have the lethal hits ability, and each time the bearer makes a melee attack, if it's within range of your avowed objective marker, a critical hit is scored on an unmodified hit roll of 5 or higher.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. So that would be awesome, being able to put that on one of your characters and really giving them lethal hits on 5+ would be
just really making it into a genuine combat threat.
Eye of the Unseen. It is said that no secret can escape the gaze of this ocular augmetric, which belonged first to the feared interrogator chaplain, Enoch. He owes me money.
This is Deathwing model only. So again, just Deathwing. Each time you target the bearer's unit with a stratagem, roll 1d6, adding 1. If the bearer is within range of your vowed objective marker on a 5 or higher, you gain 1 CP. You get it back.
Very nice. Anything, because especially since there's so many fewer CP this edition, CP are really precious resources.
Oh, it's gold. Yeah, it's a commodity.
Yeah, being able to get them back is huge.
And giggity.
Singular will. This warrior lets nothing stand in their way or slow their advance, closing swiftly and relentlessly with their quarry.
This is Deathwing model. Only again, each time the bearer's unit piles in or consolidates models in that unit can move an additional 3 inches.
That's huge. We saw last edition where they did some of this. Being able to consolidate 6 inches can really just help you cover distance and get to the next unit in battle.
3 inches goes a long way. Just saying. Just saying.
Especially if it's an additional 3.
An additional.
I think many of us would want that additional 3.
Me too, brother. Oh. Deathwing Assault, employing shock assault doctrines requiring ancient technology and immense tactical skill, the Deathwing are masters of catching their foes wholly unawares.
Again, Deathwing model with a deep strike ability only. The bearer's unit can be set up using the deep strike ability in the reinforcement step of your first, second, or third movement phase, regardless of any mission rules.
Being able to deep strike first turn is awesome.
I think you can still deep strike on the first turn on any of your other ones. That hasn't changed, has it?
No, the only thing that can deep strike first turn now is a drop pod.
Oh, that has
for the
changed.
Marines. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So everything's starting on 2 and higher again.
Or
Kind of like 8 and 9. Actually, 9th is when they did that. Because from what I remember, you can deep strike on the first turn if you wanted to.
it wasn't a deep strike, but for a while during the last edition, you could. What's the word?
It wasn't deep strike. What was it?
It was
orbital
strategic reserves.
Oh, was that what that
You could do
was?
strategic reserves in your own deployment zone. Yeah,
Okay.
and eventually they took that away, but
Oh,
that was really good.
thanks, GW. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all that.
But now you can do it with Deathwing Assault.
Yay! Oh, but you have to be Deathwing. Oh. All right. Let's move that out of there. You said Deathwing Salt?
And I do want to bring that out because I get told I'm salty all the time on this channel. But this, I'm envious of the Dark Angels without being salty. It's more like, man, I want to be that guy, you know?
Nah, man, pass the Mortons. Screw that, man. Shoot. All right, you're going to read off the, what are those?
Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to move on to some of the, we're going to move on to the stratagems for the Deathwing now. Of course, just like any other Space Marine army, Space Wolves slap Dark Angel logos over their Wolves logo and put a pillowcase on their head as hoods. Nice.
We're really Dark Angels, ain't we, guys?
So just like any other Space Marines, they can take Armor of Contempt, worsen enemy AP by 1. Of course, that is so useful for keeping your dudes alive, especially with that amazing Terminator armor. Unforgiven Fury. When do you use it? During your shooting phase or the fight phase. Target one Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has been selected to shoot or fight this phase. Till the end of the phase, weapons equipped with your models have the lethal hits or lethal hits ability. In addition, if one or more Astartes units from your army are currently battle shocked, until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, a successful unmodified roll of 5+ scores a critical hit. It is interesting, and I know that like some of their or a few of their abilities this edition since the index have been all like having to do with battle shock, but I think that's interesting that you almost want to be battle shocked like as a Dark Angel. But it's interesting because if your unit is battle shocked, they can't use a stratagem. However, you can use stratagems here if a different unit is battle shocked. It's a really interesting kind of like, how do you plan for that? How do you just plan to be battle shocked? If there are any Dark Angels players I know out there, or if we know any Dark Angels players out there that understand how to make some of this stuff work, how to make sure that you're battle shocked to make some of these combos work, let me know. Because I'm confused reading. I mean, they sound cool, and maybe it's just, on the whim of if you just happen to be battle shocked. But I don't think they'd build all these abilities around a whim, right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And so that Unforgiven Fury, being able to get lethal hits, possibly on a 5+, was 1 CP. In Tractable. Oh, and that Unforgiven Fury is a battle tactic, by the way, so you could possibly use that with one of your captain models to get it for free. The Lion left his codex in the loo again, showing what he's using it for again. Intractable, also 1 CP. In your movement phase, just after an Astartes unit has fallen back till the end of the phase, that unit is eligible to shoot and charge in the same turn it fell back. Being able to shoot and attack when you fall back is always useful. Fire Discipline, 1 CP in your shooting phase. After an Astartes unit from your army has been selected to shoot this phase. Till the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit have the Assault, Heavy, and Ignores Cover keywords.
Oh, man.
That's pretty cool. So if they stayed still, they're going to be able to shoot at 1 better, ignore your cover.
Yep.
If they move, they'll be able to advance and shoot with no penalty. All good stuff.
Ignores cover. Basically, it's all cover. I mean,
well, I mean, it's only one kind of cover now, because remember, there's no -1 cover anymore. Grim Retribution, also 1 CP. When your opponent's shooting phase, just after the enemy has shot, select a Astartes model from your or unit from your army. That just had 1 or more models destroyed as a result of that shooting attack. You can shoot as if it were your shooting phase, but it must target the only the enemy unit that just attacked it, and can only do so if that enemy unit is an eligible target. That's interesting. So I think Salamander's detachment has a similar stratagem, but this one comes with the extra rule that it can only do it if they're also the closest eligible target. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
2 CP, Unbreakable Lines. Your opponent's charge phase, after that unit ends a charge move. Select 1 Astartes unit in your army within engagement range. Till the end of the turn, each time an attack targets your unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. That makes him pretty tough. Although, I haven't seen anything. I wonder if Deathwing are still going to naturally have the can only be wounded on a 4+, or if they're losing that ability. Or have they lost it already and I just missed it? Because that was the rule that kind of made Deathwing the best Terminators in the game. I'm genuinely curious if they're still going to have that ability. If anyone knows, let me know. All right, so that is the.
That's one of them.
That is the.
That's another page.
Yeah, but that one was specifically for the Deathwing detachment.
Oh, okay.
Now I think we're going to go to.
I didn't realize it was detachment specific.
Yeah. So now we can do either the Company of Hunters, which is the Ravenwing one, or the standard Dark Angels, what we call the Green Wing, is the Unforgiven Task Force. Which one would you rather do next, brother?
Which one's which? I see Company of Hunters. I see that and Unforgiven Task Force. What was? No, there was another page that has Martial Mastery, Duty Unto Oath, Relic, Teleportarium, Wrath of the Lion, Unmatched Fortitude. What is that one?
Those are.
Aren't they the same?
Yes,
stratagems
those are stratagems, but for a different. Oh no, this is Deathwing.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought they were with one of the other ones.
Yeah, I figured it was from the same detachment.
You're right. Would you like to take this page of strategy?
Sure. Let me zoom in because I can't see. Open a new tab. Oof.
Oh, I'm sorry. They are different. I was reading the strategies from the Unforgiven Task Force, so
Okay.
that is my mistake.
That was Unforgiven, and this one is what?
This is the
detachment?
Deathwing.
Deathwing. Okay. Okay, so you have same thing, Armor of Contempt. Oh, these are bad. It's 1 CP. Target objective stars on. I can't read that.
That's okay. Armor Contempt's always the same.
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah. Martial Mastery. When during the fight phase, and then target one Deathwing infantry unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. And the effect is until that end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, re-roll a wound roll of 1. Nice. If your unit is within range of your vowed objective marker, you can re-roll the wound roll instead. All right.
That's like that old Oath of Moment there, where they can just re-roll all the wounds.
Yep. And then Duty Unto Death. All right, I mean...
Duty unto death. So driven by duty are the veterans of the Unforgiven that even death cannot keep them from it. Yeah.
When fight phase, just after the enemy unit has selected its target, target one Deathwing unit from your army that was selected as the target of one or more of the attacking unit's attacks. An effect, until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit is destroyed, if that model has not fought this phase, roll 1d6, adding 1. If your unit is within range of your vowed objective marker on a 4 or higher, you do not remove the destroyed model from play. It can fight after the attacking unit has finished making its attacks and is then removed from play. Oh. So it can slap back.
Yep. That is always in every edition that has had these stratagems. So I guess since 8th edition, it's always been a welcome.
Duty unto death, yeah.
Yeah, stratagem is you get killed, you get a slap back.
Slap ass! I mean, no.
Slap ass, slap ass, slap ass. I can stop anytime.
Relic Teleportarium.
The Deathwing employ ancient and incredibly powerful teleportariums, some older than the Great Crusade, to strike their foes with unparalleled safety and accuracy.
During your movement phase, target one Deathwing unit from your army that is arriving using the Deep Strike ability that phase. The effect, your unit can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 3 inches horizontally away from all enemy models? What does that mean, horizontally?
So normally you deep strike within 9 inches, right?
Yeah.
This lets you deep strike within 3.
What? Why horizontally?
Horizontally,
Oh,
just,
can't be on a like building or something. I got it.
right. So if
Okay.
you were like on the second floor,
Yeah.
and you just right next to them, you're like, I'm 3 inches away because I'm down low.
I'm 3 inches.
Because you're like really right up next to them. I'm 200 feet away.
Until the end of that turn, your unit is not eligible to declare a charge. Okay, makes sense. And that's 1 CP. And then
That I just want to talk about that one. That one is pretty huge. Not lethal wise, because I mean you probably get some good shots off with the plasma cannon or missile launchers with your, Deathwing Terminators. But largely Terminators and Deathwing Knights and stuff like that are melee units. And you can't declare a charge. But what this is really good for is either setting yourself up for the next turn or points. This is really good for points. You can take an objective right off of somebody. You can drop down to do teleport homers. You can drop down to do behind enemy line. Being parts of the board that your opponent's trying to screen you away from so you can't score points. Boom, you're there. You're scoring points. Now, do you always want to put your Terminators where, they're not going to do any damage? Not necessarily. But at the very least, you could probably plink down, score some points for like behind enemy lines or something, or maybe a far off objective. And then you can still do some incidental firepower, and a brick of Terminators on your opponent's side of the field somewhere is definitely a threat that they've got to deal with for your next turn. So now you're like forcing the opponent to think differently, to play the game that you want them to play. So that's pretty powerful.
Wrath of the Lion. Roar! Yeah, that was stupid. Sorry.
all right, Wind. Your charge phase. Target 1 Deathwing infantry unit from your army that just ended a charge move. The effect: select 1 enemy unit within engagement range of your unit and roll 1d6 for each model in your unit, adding 1 to the result if the enemy unit is within range of your vowed objective marker for each 4 up. That enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Holy crap! To a maximum of 3 mortal wounds. Man.
I mean, that's pretty good. 3 isn't game changing.
No.
Still, I mean, there are definitely subunits that can be hard to take down.
Yeah, that can help.
No, for sure. Especially if it's a really critical moment that you need to secure the kill.
What's the orc war boss that
You talking about Gaz's Makari?
yeah, screw that guy. Yeah. Yeah.
2 up invul save, huh? Deal mortal wounds.
Freaking a-hole. I hate that guy.
This man hates Makari. Oh yeah, Makari did show how useful it is to just blink off a couple of mortal wounds at a time, huh?
Yeah, I hate him. So much. Can't stand his ass.
Makari's my little buddy.
1 CP, unmatched fortitude. In the name of the oaths to Chapter, Primarch, and Emperor, the Deathwing march into the fiercest firestorms and refuse to falter.
So when your opponent's shooting phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its target, the target is 1 Deathwing infantry unit from your army that was selected as the target of 1 or more of the attacking unit's attacks. And the effect is, until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets your unit, if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than your unit's toughness characteristic, subtract 1 from the wound roll. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Subtract 1. So that's what makes me wonder if they're getting rid of that. They can only be wounded on 4+.
Mm-hmm. Now they can use this the stratagem to just subtract that one wound. Yeah.
Now, if they're keeping it and this stacks, like you can only wound me on a 4+.
Right.
But I'm going to use the stratagem, so now you can only wound me on a 5+. That seems like a little too much. So I'm wondering if this is like a replacement.
I don't know, man. We haven't seen the rules yet for that.
Yeah. All right. One last thing before we move off of the Deathwing's Inner Circle Task Force is in 9th edition, when they came out with the Blade Guard veterans, they did something that I think hadn't been done before. High Street, where they allowed the Blade Guard veteran to be considered Deathwing. And I think that they were the first non-Terminators to be considered Deathwing. I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me either here or in the comments down below if you're watching from the archives. I don't know a lot about Dark Angels, only what I see on the interwebs. So I think that was the first non-Terminator Deathwings that they allowed in the army. And this edition, they are also adding in the Stern Guard veterans, so the ones with all the fancy bolters, into the Deathwing as well. They're going to get the Deathwing keyword. So pretty interesting. There's going to be a shooty non-Terminator unit in the Deathwing, but that's good for synergy for all of these abilities here in the Unforgiven Task Force. Or not Unforgiven, in the Inner Circle Task Force.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the show, Jingle.
I can never stop thinking as you as an evil warlord or something, because it's always the villains that, they kind of thin on top, and they always have a cat that they're petting. It's like, aha, this is my master plan to rule the world. Like,
yes, Mr. Bond. I want you to die. All right, since I made a slip up earlier and started talking about the Unforgiven Task Force a little bit, that's going to be the detachment rule I talk about next. So the Unforgiven Task Force, this is typically the Green Wing, the guys we normally see in the dark green armor. It's awesome. Their ability is called Grim Resolve. While an Astartes unit from your army is battle shocked, the objective control of your models is reduced to 1 instead of reduced to 0. So normally you lose all of your objective control when you're battle shocked, and you can't have any stratagems used on you. They don't care about that. They're going to keep their objective control to a minimum of 1 anyways. So yeah, it is very situational, because I don't see Marines getting battle shocked a lot. I mean, it's there. Next would be enhancements, brother Captain Freakalicious.
Enhancements. Okay, Shroud of Heroes.
Formed from the death shrouds of some of the chapter's greatest warriors, this robe inspires its wearer with the might and selflessness of those who came before.
So the Adeptus Astartes model only. The first time the bearer is destroyed, you roll 1d6 at the end of the phase. On a 2-up, set the bearer back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where it was destroyed and not within engagement range of any enemy units, with 3 wounds remaining. If the bearer was battle shocked when it was destroyed, it is instead returned with its full wounds remaining. Wow, that's some horse crap. Oh look, John's back. Didn't I kill you? You're like those freaking zombies that pop right back up? Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Contemptor Dreadnought ability.
Ugh. And then
Stubborn tenacity. Even if you are for a chapter as famously stubborn as the Dark Angels, this warrior is known for their intractable nature.
It's just okay. Adeptus Astartes model only. While the bearer is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll if that unit is below its starting strength, and add 1 to the wound roll as well if that unit is battle shocked and below its starting strength.
Interesting. Again, I don't know how you'd make that happen, but there's got to be
curious to see
something.
their new stats. Really curious.
Yeah, +1 to hit and +1 to wound is pretty strong. I've definitely so the Krieg models have the same ability, and they're considered the best troops in the
best truth ever.
in the Imperial Guard, and so
You thought like you were talking like Mike Tyson.
and so having that on Dark Angels, I think would be even stronger. I get +1 to hit and +1 to wound.
Yeah.
Weapons of the First Legion, beneath the surface of the rock, lie vaults within which weapons of antiquity and terrible power are stored.
Adeptus Astartes models only. Add 1 of the attacks, strength, and damage characteristics of the bearer's melee weapons. While the bearer in is battle shocked, add 2 to the attacks, strength, and damage characteristics of the bearer's melee weapons instead. And then finally,
Pennant of Remembrance. This hallowed banner records the names and deeds of legendary members of the Deathwing, stoking still firmer resolve in those who fight beneath it.
And that's ancient models only. While the bearer is leading a unit, models in that unit have the Feel No Pain 6-up ability. That's not bad. While the unit is, that's the whole unit. While the unit is battle shocked, models in that unit have the Feel No Pain 4-up ability instead. Oh, okay. There you go.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So the 6-up, I mean, might save a wound here or there. It's very unreliable, but the 4-up.
At 4-up,
great.
that's pretty damn good.
If you could plan on making that happen. There's got to be some kind of battle shock thing I'm missing where Dark Angels can make themselves more likely to be battle shocked.
It's crazy. It's like they're inviting you to be battle shocked.
Maybe
Battle
they have,
shock me! Battle shock me!
Yeah, it's so weird.
What is wrong with him?
And I'm not going to go all through them again, but I mean, I'm just going to briefly touch on what the stratagems for this
Somebody
particular
hunt
detachment.
me. I need to be hunted.
1 CP for Unforgiven Fury. Give that unit lethal hits, and you can do that on a 5+ if for some reason that any unit in your army is battle shocked. Intractable. If you fall back, you can shoot and charge at the same turn that you fell back. Fire Discipline, you can give 1 unit in your army the ranged weapons with Assault Heavy and Ignores Cover abilities. Grim Retribution, your opponent's shooting phase. You can shoot back at your opponent that shot them if anybody died. You can only do that though if somebody from your that unit died. If that enemy unit is the closest eligible target, and you can shoot the enemy that shot it back, but only under those conditions. If you shoot me, I will shoot you back.
Yeah. Yep. They have the ability to slap back.
And
slap
then
ass.
slap ass. And then of course, if you get charged, Unbreakable Lines 2 CP, you can subtract 1 from the wound. So that's just a quick recap of what those stratagems were.
Okay.
Finally, we're going to look at their third one, the Raven Winged detachment, the Company of Hunters. Their detachment rule. Okay, this is where maybe I want to play some White Scars as Deathwing.
Okay.
Masters of Maneuver. Astartes units from your army are eligible to shoot in a turn in which they advanced or fell back. Now, White Scars typically they want to advance and charge. They're more melee heavy, so that's okay. We'll take a look at some of these other things that make them great bikers. And also, I mean, thinking about it, with the loss of, veteran bikers and stuff like that, and the con on bike, a lot of our bikers aren't really melee anymore. Anyhow, all that's left really is the Outriders, and Outriders are just chainswords, so they're not great. A lot more.
Are they still? Are they -1 or no?
They're still -1 chainswords,
Okay.
strength 4. They're going to struggle against anything straight 5 or more. And of course, 1 damage, AP 1. It's not great. You get a lot of hits, but so maybe if you retweaked it, you could do. Now, of course, if you're still playing Legends, do what you want. If you go Company of Hunters and you made more of a shooty White Scars, this could be really good. Advance and shoot, fall back and shoot. You can be very mobile gun platforms. Restrictions, you can only include Dark Angels units, and it cannot include units drawn from other chapters. Outrider units from your army gain the battle line keyword. So if you wanted to just go all in on bikes, you can actually take up to 6 units of bikes instead of the rule of 3. That's pretty cool. That is what I said that White Scar should have had for a long time, is to be able to just make an all biker army. So, I mean, that would be cool. You get 6 squads of 3. You put a Mario Kart on each of them. Maybe with some Onslaught Gatling cannons or some maybe with your Onslaught Gatling cannons. I like the Melta option even more. But yeah, 6 Outrider units of 3 bikes and a Mario Kart with all of them. I think that'd be pretty cool. You'd have some real mobile DACA going around. I mean, they're all bolters, and a Melta gun, but still. You definitely have a very mobile platform. Enhancements.
Enhancements. Mastercrafted weapon. Not craft. What's craft? Mastercrafted weapon. Those who command the Raven Wing on their hunts are often honored with a masterwork blade. I can't read that. What?
Mace.
Mace.
Blade, mace.
Mace, or other deadly close quarters weapons. Such implements are fashioned by the chapter's artificers, whatever, and weighted perfectly to be wielded from the saddle of a speeding armored steed.
So, Raven Wing, model only. Melee weapons equipped by the bearer have the precision ability. And of course, you have the mounted strategist.
This warrior has mastered the art of such advanced plays. Deploys as feigning flight only to turn swiftly upon overextended foes and launch a devastating counteroffensive to shatter their lines.
Raven Wing, model only. The bearer's unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced or fell back. And then Masters of Maneuver. That's what it looks like, maneuver. All right, sorry.
Daring and audacious, this commander favors breakneck overflanking maneuvers that allow them to plunge into the enemy's midst from unexpected quarters.
Model only. If the bearer's unit starts the battle in strategic reserves, its points value does not count towards the combined point limit for units from your army that are in strategic reserve. And there's a limit for strategic reserve? And for the purpose of setting up the unit on the battlefield.
More than half of your army.
Oh, okay. So apparently these don't count against that.
Yeah.
Treat the current battle round. Yeah. Treat the current battle round number as being 1 higher than it actually is.
So once again, you could come in turn 1.
Mm-hmm. And Recon Hunter. Mm-hmm.
So this one's also kind of worded that way because not only can you come in turn 1, but like turn 2, you can come in on the midfield, but not necessarily your opponent's deployment.
Yeah.
Well, here you could come in midfield turn 1. You could come in your opponent's deployment turn 2. And so, yeah, it just amps up the whole table.
And then Recon Hunter.
This commander is an expert scout as well as hunter, and takes advantage of these skills to seize the most advantageous position before battle begins.
Raven Wing model only. Models in the bearer units have the scout's 9-inch ability. I went 9 inches.
Me too, man.
Wishful thinking.
That's pretty awesome, though, being able to just pick one unit and say, I'm going to start them
Yeah,
up here.
I'm a scout. You don't look like a scout. I'm a scout! Okay.
So I guess since it's got to be a Raven Wing model,
Mm-hmm.
it could really be like kind of the return to the old scout bikes. You know, you're moving your
yes.
bike units up the field.
Man. Pretty wild.
I don't think we have any. Yeah, we don't have the stratagems for the Raven Wing, but that's what we've got so far, and that's pretty cool. One of the reasons, I mean, so what we've seen on this page, the enhancements are pretty cool. The ability's okay. Being able to take up to 6 bikes if I wanted to it's cool, but I'm not sure I'd ever use it.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say, the reason why I kind of want to do Raven Wing White Scars is because I think they fit what I want to do with White Scars better. For instance, I have this amazing con on bike model I built up that there's no longer rules for. I mean, obviously we could legends it if we want to, and I'm sure I will at some point because it's too beautiful of a model for me to put away.
Right.
But it's one of the models that I'm most proud of ever. Okay. And I want to be able to keep playing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they have a jet bike character in the Dark Angels named Belial. I think it's Belial.
Yeah, I actually painted one.
Yeah.
A long time ago, actually.
A friend of our show that used to be at our local game store. And, yeah. And I would like to run, basically my guy as Belial. But look how cool this White Scars capped con on bike is. This is what I would want to kind of proxy in as Belial.
Oh, yeah.
Got the spears and the shields here. I converted bolters on front, for the con on bike. But actually, these actually come with a plasma cannon. So if I really wanted to try and, take a gamble and cut the old ones out and put the old plasma cannon back in, I could do that because Belial has a plasma cannon or some kind of plasma gun on his bike. But yeah, so Belial's got a power sword. I've got a power spear here. So yeah, I think he would make a pretty cool Belial counts as. And this is one, like I said, one of my favorite conversions ever.
Very nice.
And so I would run him as Belial. And then there are Deathwing Knights, which are special biker units that have plasma instead of bolters on them. And yeah, that would just be, again, that feels having special weapons on bikes. With the old biker units, Space Marine biker units, you used to be able to take biker units with plasma. You could take plasma on all 3 bikers in there. You could put plasma on the 2 riders and then a combi plasma on the captain. And so having a biker unit that you could take in groups of 5 instead of 3 and have them all with plasma, again, that just really, for me, calls back to the way I used to play my White Scars. So I think Dark Angel's stats might fit my White Scars better.
They're going to dust them off again?
Yeah. I have really been into painting my Space Marines here, but I have been itching to get back to playing White Scars. they don't feel like my White Scars this edition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think doing something like this might give me a reason to do it.
Makes sense.
So,
Yep.
I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are on me doing some, angel scars.
Do it.
Let me see. Next we have. Ooh, we're getting close to time. But we had some LVO news and goodness, and we're gonna take a look at that. That is all of our reviews. If you want to, while I'm posting these links, if you want to show people these badass pieces of art you've done.
Sure. Let me set that up. All right, this is some of the Zombicide goodness I was doing. So one of the first ones that I've done was the runner. Looks pretty freaking cool. So let me share that with you guys. Again, this is Zombicide, and they're really tiny. They're really, really small. So there is the runner. Again, just trying to work on the flesh. Trying to make sure I get the denim done right. The knee pads, because, he's just that kind of zombie. But, hey, man.
He was trying to earn his GW discount.
Yeah.
when the zombie apocalypse happened.
There he is. Yeah, I mean, his skin turned out much better than I expected.
Yeah, it looks great.
But he was really trying to come out of his. I mean, you thought. I mean, he'd be great at our show. I'm just saying. Just coming out of that shirt like nothing, yeah. He can run and dust right out of it. Hey, what's the name of the show? It's called The Zombie. Oh. He just sits there and goes, brains.
I already got the shoulder pad, so he can work the champagne room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's good, man. Look at that.
They say shoulder pads, I meant knee pads.
I know what you meant. Look at that.
He could work the champagne room because he's got shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads.
What do you think they do in the champagne room?
Oh, you don't know? Oh, you haven't heard. Oh, you've never been here. You're new here.
You go on in there and try and work the champagne room without your shoulder pads. You'll find out.
Right. Yeah, it was, like I said, this was kind of tough, but definitely wanted to get the skin. All right, this was kind of my favorite, the fatty. That's what they called the fatty. And he was just nasty.
That's
nasty. Knockoff Nikes. Yeah, they were knockoff. Yeah, that should turn out pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, there you go. All right, LBO.
Any in the first company is Deathwing. They even have power armor mobs. I didn't know that.
All right, LVO preview 2024. Don't get caught by the new Kroot hunting pack. Kroot! Not to be confused with Groot.
A lot of people excited for this, especially older players. Have a lot of nostalgia and fondness for Kroot models. Hellworks is super excited and love the idea that you can actually do a Kroot only army now.
Yeah, apparently. Tau Empire may be known for its advanced technology and predilection for ranged combat, but there exists a second side to the coin, their auxiliaries. These alien allies are called upon to fill gaps in the Tau battle plan and lend their strength to the greater good. Boo. And none are more prominent than the Kroot. Oh, not Kroot, sorry. These proud aliens have been part of the Tau Empire since the first codex launched in 2001, and they're now receiving the reinforcements they so richly deserve. There's the recruits. I like their afros, man. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they look awesome.
Yeah.
And
It's like a
maybe
cross
some
of
of
an
their lore
orc
is-
and I don't know what, like a skinny orc. I don't know. They are fish related, aren't they?
The Tau people are the crew are a different species.
Mm.
This is so the greater good thing is like their alliance or conglomerate with other races and stuff like that they've absorbed into their greater good society. And so this is one of those races that they've taken into their society.
Mm.
These are where a lot of people refer to Tau as like fish-like with hooves. These are more avian.
Join us, brethren, for the greater good. We are fish. For the greater good. Feed us fish food. For greater good. No? Okay.
We are fish and you are birds. Join us for the greater
Join
good.
us.
We don't want you to eat us.
Thanks to last year's roadmap, we already know Codex. Tau Empire is on its way soon, and it will be available first in the awesome Kroot Hunting Pack Army set. There you go, Hellchild. The book comes with a fancy full art cover fit for the real, but the real stars are the new Kroot miniatures, and wow, there are more than a few. Okay, Keisha. Not bad. Kroot kindreds are guided and battled by wise gene shamans known as Shapers, and now they have a wider array of these specialized leaders to choose from, starting with the two in the Kroot Hunting Pack. Up first is the War Shaper, a seasoned battlefield commander who takes responsibility for the dispositions of all Kroot forces in the field. Let's take a closer look. Fish face! Sorry. Bitchy smells great. Bitchy smells amazing. Just saying.
And I bet they all do.
Yeah. Hey, you smell crawfish? Oh, sorry. It's them. Sorry, didn't mean to offend. It just smelled like crawfish, is all. They're pretty cool looking, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they're real cool looking.
They have that whole primitive vibe going, you know?
Yeah. Show.
Like they haven't discovered fire yet, just saying. But they're gonna help the Tau.
I wonder what green that is.
That green? That one down here?
Like where his face, yeah, right there.
Yeah, the bottom left, bottom
It's
right.
kind
now.
of like the gray green. I kind of want to do the skin tones of my zombies. You know, where it's like kind of getting a little
That I would
spoiled.
mix it with. Let's see. Bright warm gray. Where is my green?
and probably like the faded green.
Yeah,
But-
like I would do the camo green with bright warm gray. That would probably give me that pretty close. More of the bright warm gray and a little bit of the green of the camel green. That will get me that hue on Monument Pro Krill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, necrotic flesh is definitely a good color match.
War Shapers are exemplary warriors in their own right. Their traditional equipment may look primitive, but wait a minute. Oh. But it's extremely effective in such experienced hands, where the twirling melee prowess of the blade staff, and prey hook, or pinpoint range power of the dart bow and tri-blade. Yeah, again, I don't think they've discovered fire yet. They are accompanied by the vicious Flesh Shaper, masters of ritual butchery who take a strong personal pride in guiding the carnivorous practices of their fellow Kroot and ensuring only the finest genetic materials makes it into their pack's evolutionary heritage. Savages. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's a double-bladed guy. Kroot.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Is it Kroot? You have Kroot? You have the Kroot cough?
Yes.
Very nice.
That looks really cool. I really like, kind of like the way it looks like a Bowie knife, you know,
Yeah.
but with like a skinning knife kind of hook at the end.
I think it's funny because they're the antithesis of the of orcs. You know, they're the cleaner, more, I don't know, like the orcs are kind of primitive in their own way, but everything's rusty, everything's dirty, everything's nasty. These guys like, oh no, we're not like that. No. We're on the other side of the tracks. Yeah.
I love that they're on the same side of tracks as the orcs, but like in like the better kept side.
Right.
On the other side, in like the rich neighborhoods, is the Tau.
Right.
They've got the really fancy tech. They keep their stuff super clean.
Oh yeah, prestigious.
They do the shooting. They don't dirty their hands. You know, and then to counterbalance, because you can take them in the same army.
Right.
Take some of these guys to take the hits. You know, don't even give them any armor. Send them. I imagine these guys are going to be a bit hoardy, like orcs.
No.
Send them out in numbers. If they get to hit stuff, great. You know.
Yeah.
Don't go down there. There's orcs. They're so dirty. Don't go there. Let's just stay here, John. Stay here with us. What? You need stuff? No. Let's just go to the Tau. They got the stuff. Don't worry about it.
The bulk of Kroot force is composed of warriors known as Kroot carnivores, whose rustic equipment and savage countenance belie fearsome skill. Who writes these words? In combat and a respectable level of marksmanship. They are the backbone of any hunting pack, which is why you get a whole 20 of them in the box. The new kit is packed with character and gives the carnivores several dynamic poses befitting their natural agility while echoing the classic style. They also have a new trick in the form of Tangle Bomb Launcher, whose powerful salvos add explosive fire support to their Kroot rifle volleys. Kroot! There you go.
I love that they, can absorb DNA from what they eat, and so like
That is so
they
weird.
started off weaker and they've become stronger over the years. And apparently, like not represented in their models, but in their lore, they can even get to, like the point where they can physically 1v1 a space marine in to a standstill in melee combat, just because they've absorbed so much strong DNA.
I mean, what happens if they absorb the DNA of a roach? Could you imagine? You can't kill it. It won't die.
Apparently, they one of the ways they gained strength was by eating orcs.
Ah, well, there you go.
So I wonder, like you said, a roach, or a tyrannid.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Could you imagine? Oh,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
sounds pretty cool, actually. All right, LVO 2024 preview. Kill Team descends into a world of nightmares, I'd say. The new season of Kill Team began with the Space Hulk, Gallodark, having crashed into the Forge world of Decima, while teams of Space Marine Scouts and Aldari aspect warriors battle over critical information on the planet's crumbled sea platforms. Now, two of the most terrifying forces in the galaxy pit their mastery over fear against each other in the aptly named Kill Team Nightmare. I mean,
Nightmare.
There's your nightmare. Guilty
This
box.
is going to be a really cool set. Again, neither of us play Chaos, but I think the Chaos models in this look really cool.
They look pretty good. They do look cool. Okay, let's
yeah,
see what they got here.
Some cool Night Lord goodness, but also I do have Halo's Dark Elves, so these would be some cool sculpts to get.
Oh wow!
To go with the army I got from Halo.
What are these? What character is this?
They are.
Looks like a Banshee class. This looks so cool. Mandrakes.
Mandrakes.
Is that what they were? Wow.
I could not remember for the life of me.
Oh, there they are. Kill teams of mandrakes may be enlisted by those lords of Camorra with the resources to contact them, though ultimately these spectral killers fight for nobody but themselves. Mastery over the shadows is their specialty, as their glimmer steel blades strike with their even greater power when darkness consumes their prey. Amongst all their kind, the Mandrake Shadeweaver is a particularly perilous operative, as their command over the stuff of darkness is second to none. Lights gutter and fade in their presence, cloaking the battlefield in shadow, so complete that the mandrakes can bore tunnels through the fabric of reality, emerging them within striking distance before flitting away like a wisp of smoke. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Wybird, good to see you, my friend.
Hey, what's happening? Bird's word. That's not all you'll find within Kill Teams. Nightmare, as an awesome new piece of terrain, adds new challenges to your Decima kill zones. The Generatorum Hub is a large multi-level platform that offers protection from many different angles, covering a significant portion of the board's rough seas and sitting at a convenient height to access from raised gangways. Oh, so they're doing terrain.
Yeah, a lot of the Kill Team sets come with terrain.
Nine new missions make great use of this terrain, while additional rules for narrative twists throw fresh hazards in front of your kill team. From sudden ocean currents and whirlpools to hypnotic waves and massive oceanic predators. We'll have more news on Kill Team Nightmare as we get closer to the release. So in the meantime, head back to our reveals hub to check out all of those stuff, blah, 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 blah. And we'll take your money. You're welcome. It's still pretty cool, though.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. It's different. It's different than your typical Kill Team stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. I love that they're, like, usually it's like a, Imperial something versus something else.
Right.
This one is just, it's Chaos and Xenos. Like, it's no Imperium involved.
Come on. Do math. Thank you. Thank you.
That's it. That's all the articles and just on time.
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas says you missed some poop on the page.
I did? I did not. On which one? The first one or the second one? The Kroot? Let's see.
Yeah, Kroot.
Don't mess with my Kroot. Don't mess with my Kroot. Oh, these guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. There be Kroot there.
There do be Kroot there.
There be Kroot there. See what he's doing right there?
You owe me money.
Like the the way he's just got like the bandolier and no clothes on, and the way his skin is painted up, it kind of reminds me of a Ninja Turtle. Like the way his abs look, you know.
Yeah, less ninja, more turtle, man.
Yeah, this is like a. You know how the Ninja Turtles are often beating up thugs in the streets. This is. You know,
We are robbing them, man. Hey, you owe me money, bruh. Where you going?
This is if you combine them. TMNT had no abs. They had them like carved into their shells. I mean, kind of like this guy. He's got like not like an 8-pack, but he's got like the lines.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with you? Hey, bruh, you owe me money. Where you going, man?
You know, the face mask too reminds me of Mordecai. The face mask and the knife reminds me of Mordecai from Borderlands.
Hey, you think I can't see you because I got this mask? I can smell you.
Go for it, painting. Good evening. Welcome to the chat.
I can smell you, smelly butt. Trying to run off at. Oh, you can afford that really cool gun slash scythe thing, but you can't afford to give me money? Fool.
You got money for fake mustaches?
Where's my money? Where's my money, man?
Apparently, there's also a cavalry unit somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, I'm getting right now. I need my money. Oh, you say you're not gonna get my money? Oh, well, be my little friend. Say you're not gonna get my money. Say it.
That is.
I dare you. I double dog dare you. Tell me you're not gonna get my money.
I don't really want to start an army of them or whatever, but I kind of want to paint one of these guys.
Everybody needs one of these guys, man. Look at this. How many things rides on his knuckles? He's a knuckle dragger, man. I bet you, Big Bobby down here will help me get my money. Come on, boy. Let's go get our money. We got bills to pay. Daddy need a new pair of shoes. The hell?
You gonna pay that man some protection money?
Oh, not enough firepower? Well, look what I got. You will get my money.
You know, you were talking earlier about how they're very primitive looking. That looks like a legit, like, you know, cannon. It looks like it's shooting.
We ain't never invented fire, man, but we got cannons. We'll blow your head off. We can't cook nothing. We'll blow your head off.
Watch it not even have a trigger. It's like a little fuse on top.
The child let us borrow a lighter, man. We don't even know how to use it.
That's called a tangle cannon, apparently. Thank you, Thomas. Oh, okay. So those little the balls with the string on the back, I guess that's like those what are they called? Folios?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. They shoot out, spread out, wrap around your body, hit you in the face when it comes around and knocks you out, tangles you up. Then you go through their pockets.
Bolus.
Bolos, yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to wiki. Thank you.
Bolos, man. Go through their pockets, take their keys, take the money they owe you. Man, I ain't playing. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's cool. Looks like spears on his back too.
Oh yeah. No, we ain't playing for nothing, man. I mean,
That
I think we're related because we got the same hairdo.
Oh man, that reminds me. You know those pictures people take where the dog and the owner look alike? That gives a
This
whole.
is my Knuckle Dragon Fido, man.
Oh man.
We coming to kick your ass. What you looking at? My Knuckle Dragon, come on, wipe that smile off your face, boy. What's wrong with you? You're out your mind.
Yeah, I want to paint one of these guys.
John already owes me money. You know they're playing games with me. My man's carrying missiles on his hip or something. What is that? What is that? Why is that shiny? Is he shooting missiles out of his hip?
I'm sure they're not missiles.
Man, what is that? They look like bullets. They straight up look like 50 caliber, man.
Maybe spare ammo for his. You know, if that's one. If the thing he's got is one of those. Oh, he says they're just.
Oh, decorations? Okay. Well, that'll scare anybody.
I was about to say, I don't. You know, if that's not just an axe. If it's got a gun on the other end, like that scythe we saw.
Oh, yeah. You imagine that? Oh, look at that. Okay, now this is all right. Now, the only problem is my man down here, he runs into walls. You can't see.
He looks like he's wearing one of those ninja headbands from Naruto.
Yeah. But it's covering his face, man. You can't see. You know, he's a great guy and all, man. But he's running into walls. You know? Great photo op, though. I mean, he can rear up like an amazing horse thing. Wait, are his front claws tethered? Are they tied together? What is happening here?
I think those, like, if you look on the previous one, I think they're just wraps
Oh,
that just happen to
okay.
be sitting next to each other.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, man. My man here, Ryder, he looks pretty upset. He's like, we're not going nowhere, man. We're gonna get wound up hitting a wall or something. I mean, everybody else, all my brothers and all, they're going to war, fighting and stuff. Nah, we're gonna be sitting right here on this rock. Just standing on this rock, man. Because we're blind. We can't move nowhere. I asked for a good ride. They gave me this thing. My man's blind. Y'all going to attack the village, but I'll be here. See, there they go. Taking off. Meanwhile, I'm still stuck here with Kirby. Kirby blind as hell, man. There goes JJ, man. He's just tearing ass. I'm sitting here. Damn. I wish I could go fight, but I can't. Because my man is blind down here. Okay, that is a cool pose. That is straight up badass. Oh my god. I mean, full sprint. This dude is hauling.
Yeah. Guy's ready to take somebody's head off his
Hell yeah, man. Go get him for me, man. I'll be right here. Sitting. On my guy here. Oh, these are cool. These are real cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. This guy got gypped. Alright. See, you owe me money. Oh, I didn't see these. This guy's over here asking, hey man, you know how to use this? Yeah, I think you just kind of like look in his hole of this big round
Look at him
thing.
like, man, could you not point that this way?
I think that's how you use it. Just stick your head in there or something like that. It's pretty cool. Man, you see what he's doing over there, man? Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. I think he owes John money. Man, that's sick. That dude, he's pointing that cannon in his face. That's pretty funny. No, seriously, man. Look down here.
I don't know why you decided all of these crew were from the hood. I'm amused.
Man, they classy hood, man. Look, I blame the locks, man. Okay, that's all. That's what it is. Yo, man. So, I think this is a guitar. I'm just saying. No, man, it's a gun. No, man, it's a guitar. Look. I think you play it like this. Oh, shit, I just shot John.
Wybert says they're from East LA.
Yeah.
I was born in the East LA.
I ain't gonna lie, these are cool.
Yeah, they look good.
These are really cool.
I can see why people have been, like, asking for them for several editions now.
Yeah, they're crude. They be crude. Oh, he is mad. He is so mad. Both of them are mad. Look at that. Bro, you owe us a serious paper, man.
I think that one was the one where you decided they were from East LA.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you can tell out straight up. Yo, man. Yo, you owe me money. I know you. I recognize you. Man, you owe me money. This little dog's growling like, Ain't that right, Cujo? He owe us money. The bastard running around with a cool rifle or something. He can afford that. He's running around without my money. Let me get my gun. Check out my Glock. Say hello to my little friend.
All right, I'm done. Okay. Those are great.
Those are great. You're great.
Man, that's awesome. Well, I hope
I really love that
hope you get
artwork.
to- yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the little background artwork here. Okay, so I gotta say the artwork looks more down to earth than the characters. Is it me? You know what? Okay, these remind me of the trolls from World of Warcraft. In this picture, that's what it kind of reminds me of.
That's cool.
But the actual models, they look like definitely some thugs from East LA, like down home and stuff. Like serious. These are beautiful sculpts, though. Straight up.
Yeah. I think they're
Gorgeous
awesome.
stuff, man. Is that everything? Did I miss anything?
I think you got them all, brother.
Okay. My man. He's so mad. He got the broken one. I mean, they literally glued his foot to that rock. They don't want him to move, man. He gonna hurt himself. Poor guy.
Or he's just leaping on it in blind faith.
But oh yeah, he's screaming all the time.
The child says it's just a bad angle on the sculpt.
Is that what it is? Okay, I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that.
I like
But
this
is it a bad angle that he can't see, or is it how are they getting around?
I don't know. Maybe from a different angle, the visor doesn't look as over.
Oh,
his eye.
maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, they're cool. They're pretty cool. I don't think I would have picked that ride. I'd have picked this guy here. That guy's ready to go. Or even better, this one. Oh man, this one's so cool. This one's straight up, man. Ain't no bad angle there. Gosh.
Bad angle for the dude on the receiving end.
Right? He's about to get lit. Oh, so you are gonna get him? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Thomas has been wanting to do a full
Oh hell yeah, man.
full crew army for a while now, which they had the ability to do a few editions ago, but have lost the ability since. But it looks like they're bringing it back.
That's cool, man. I'd love to see your army, man. Once you get them done, get them put together. Need to start sending us some more art of the week.
Oh, he's been waiting to do this for 21 years.
21 years. What? What the hell? What the hell? You say to me? Yeah, man. But need to see some beautiful stuff. Hey, do you mind if I share some of your previous work, especially with the Gundam stuff? I mean, if you don't, I'm okay. Just let me know. 'Cause I thought it was pretty cool work, man.
Gundam stuff is awesome.
Yeah, and he just finished painting something. Looks really. Oh, sweet. Okay. I mean, why not? Give me a second. I'm gonna stage this here. So let me go back to us. Come on, transition. There we go. And I'm gonna pull that up real quick. There we go. My computer's starting to struggle. It's like, you're doing too much. Oh, sweet. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is some beautiful work. Now, did these come already pre-painted and you just snap them together, or did you paint these?
No, Gundam models come with colored plastic.
They are colored. Okay. You're still so damn cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. This is the Gundam Barbatos, if anyone is interested.
So damn neat, man. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me zoom this sucker in. There we go. He looks like he's trying to tell me something. He's got his hand open and he's telling me something. You too can prevent forest fires. Can I?
You can paint them, but I didn't. Or you can, but I didn't on him.
Oh man, I don't think I would. Those are just, man, those are gorgeous, authentic Gundam colors, man.
Yeah, those are cool.
I wouldn't mess with that at all. I love that.
Yep, that's going to be a decision I have. Now, Weather Pig on his channel used to not only put them together, but he used to paint them up. And a lot of times he'd paint them up in, whatever color scheme he wanted. Like this one, the Barbatos, he painted fully pink on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it drove a bunch of Gundam people crazy.
Yeah. What is it saying? Give me my credit? I can't read it. The heart's in the way.
Give me my credits.
Yeah, credit was credit due, man. Oh, that's what he's saying. Oh, hold on.
Yo, man. You owe me credits. Here are my credits, man. Man, I don't owe you anything. Yeah, man, give me my credits. Don't play.
That's awesome.
I told you I don't owe you anything.
Man, I'm about to blow you with my cannon. Play games with me, man. Give me my credits. Come on, let's go. I need to go to Mickey D's to get me a sandwich real quick. You holding on progress, man.
Yeah, I love Gundam, man. This is pretty cool.
Maybe you should join me with painting one, or building one by the end of the year. See if I could score you.
How hard is it to build those things? I mean, are they like models? Do they snap? How do they work? I'm not familiar with those.
Some of them require glue, some do not.
Okay. These are so cool.
Oh, I want to tell people about the score I got the other day. Yeah, I think the one I picked up is a no glue one.
Interlocking pieces. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me switch it to you. Here. There we go.
Yeah, some of them are gluable, but yeah, some of them are interlocking. Oh yeah, it says on front here. This is you need snippers to build this one. No glue required. No glue required, and already colored plastic.
Nice. Okay, so it just snaps on. That's nice. Oh, dude, that's a big model.
So this is my favorite Gundam series is Gundam Wing, and this is the Wing Gundam Zero, but it's the Sky Zero. It's an alternate color set. So yeah, this is what it looks like in its model form here, and it's got the alternate colors, but you can see it does build both the jet form and the robot form.
Nice.
So I've got to decide if I want. I mean, I'm probably going to put them in robot mode, but yeah, I'll have the option to do
I would
either.
Definitely do the plane mode or the jet mode, whatever.
The jet mode also looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's a shame because in the series you only get to see him do the jet mode like twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's such a cool model. But yeah, so this was, and it's probably not going to show up on camera, but this was March's $30 at Hobby Lobby.
Oh, really? Hobby Lobby had them?
Hobby Lobby, and
Holy crap,
there's a sign up there saying all models in this section are 40% off. And, no, 50% off.
I knew.
And I'm like, 50% off, $15? Heck yeah, I can't pass that up. So
that's pretty good. Yeah.
And this was the Hobby Lobby over on in New Caney on 99.
I know what you're talking about. Yep. That's where I got the my first inks.
Nice. And when I saw 50% off, I'm like, I got to grab one. And so yeah, I put it in the cart. I told my wife, I was like, check it out, $30 kit, $15, can't beat that.
Yeah, did they have a lot of models there?
Yeah, they had about a half dozen different ones.
Maybe I know they have like the cars and the planes and stuff,
but they had like a half dozen different Gundam ones.
Okay.
But then I got up to the register, and the lady scanned it, and it came up as like $4, or no, $3. And then she applied the 50% off, and I got this literally for $1.50.
There it is.
$30
I think I was getting
model.
tased that day. Yeah.
$30 model. I got it for $1.50. I couldn't believe it. I checked the receipt like 3 times on the way out. I was like,
see, that's why bad things happen to me, man. I swear. Mythos rocking up with the vampire luck. Somebody running up on me.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Put your hands in the air! You're gonna get tased! Taser, taser, taser!
Hellchild says building that one took about 7 hours. Wyberg calls me a nerd. Hellwork says, I'm going to find Death Scythe of some variant. Very cool. He got most of his Gundams from Hobby Lobby and their low prices too.
You got your first things from GW? What?
Or wait. Yeah, they used to.
I didn't know GW had inks.
So this is one of those things where Wybird mentioned it to show that he's from the old school when GW did inks before they did washes.
Oh my god. You're one of them.
You know, it's almost like, you know, you bring up a specific color and somebody reminds you that they blend their own colors.
Back in my day, we had to make our own inks. Y'all have it so easy now.
Just inks then.
We have to go to the river and make our own washes.
Then inks, and then washes again. Okay, I read that out of order. Yeah,
we would squeeze the piss out of all these petals and flowers and make our own inks. Hey man, respect. Just saying.
That is cool though. And you know, I find that more people than I would have expected still have out their old school GW paints from when they were in little screw top jars. Mini Warzone Pete, I was watching one of his painting series, and he had one, and he said, "Yeah, I had it sealed, completely sealed for years. No issues like the newer ones.
Yeah.
GW pots can't close all the time." He's like, "Yeah, the screw top paint's still good all these many years later." I'm like, "Oh."
I wonder why they changed that. Why do they go with these crappy tops?
Well, so there's a massive inconvenience when it builds up, but I think they like the fact that, you know, if you open them, you can kind of use the top of the lid as a little bit of a catch palette, you know, wipe your excess off there. Because
the only thing that happens is thing flicks, and then you got paint that splatters on your walls.
Yeah.
Makes you want to punch a baby, man.
Me, the biggest buildup I get is towards the back here.
Right.
I literally had a pot of gold that wouldn't close all the way. I had to throw it away the other day. Thankfully, it was down to like the less than the third of the pot of paint, but still more than I wanted to. Actually, more like the less than a quarter, but still more paint than I wanted to waste. Makes me sound rich. I had to throw away a pot of gold.
This is something completely off topic, but I'm really looking forward to it because one of my favorite anime shows is The Last Airbender. Love Avatar, Last Airbender. I've watched the entire thing twice. And apparently, okay, so you know the movie came out, which I thought it was cool, but I was disappointed. It really left a lot out from this, from the series. There's so much that was wanting. So Netflix is going to air The Last Airbender starting February 22nd.
Nice.
So I think it's going to, yeah, it is. It's a series. I can't freaking wait, dude. And it actually looks like, what the show had originally. And the characters look almost like the characters from the show.
Cautious optimism, brother.
Well, I know, but I really hope, because it's such a cool show.
Ooh. Thomas is looking at the Death Side Hell from Endless Waltz. Very cool. The Last Airbender, I enjoyed the movie. However, that was because I saw the movie before the anime.
Okay.
So,
oh
yeah,
my gosh, the anime is so freaking good, dude. I love that. I love it a lot.
Wybird says, "What movie?" Completely boycotting that there even was a movie. I remember when cigarettes cost less than $5 a pack. Also, my first and second edition paints are still good to use. Oh yeah, Mini Warzone Pete was mentioning that his paints were for that time were still good.
I
My
still
savages.
I still have some of my first. I think I had to throw away one of the pots because they got kind of crusty.
Oh yeah, I've had to throw away several pots from when we first started. I want to see the new live action series. Oh yeah, Freak's looking forward to it too.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I know completely.
I need to go back and watch that. I started watching it with Lily, and then Akon started coming up, so we jumped to something a little more current, so that way we wouldn't have spoilers. And then we just never jumped back yet.
You need to watch it. It's just so, man. It's just so good. Very redemptive. I love it.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back and do that. I still have hexagonal flip top GW paints. Nice. Well, we covered a lot tonight, my brother.
You did. It was fun.
Lots of news, lots of rumors, lots of leaks.
Yeah, we did good.
Any particular closing thoughts from you?
No, I'm excited. I think we're well on our way to, doing well on our hobby in general.
Mm-hmm.
We're covering a lot of ground. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, to get some more paint and stuff and try to get these orcs going. And
I do that.
yeah.
Super pumped for this.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty stoked, man. Pretty
Although
excited.
orcs are about quantity.
Yeah, it's all about the numbers, man.
So we got to get you some mo.
Yeah. I gotta finish this box.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're not going to overload you with more before you finish your
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really loving how they're coming out. I mean, it's neat because in some ways it's like simpler to paint than these zombies and zombicide in general, because I mean the skin is very dynamic versus orcs is not as, but still to make it.
And also the
pop.
details are larger and scaled up, so that way it's not as
Yes.
tedious.
But there's still a lot to do. You have a lot of strategy. Or what do you call it? Tact in order to be able to make sure that it comes out looking rusty and very, like odd. So yeah, so I'm enjoying them.
I've thrown away so many pots of paint from 9th edition because of bad separation or drying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've thrown away any 9th edition pots, but I've definitely thrown away 8th and 7th edition pots.
I've thrown some 7th. I haven't really. I mean, I'm doing pretty good with my paints. What do I still have left? Oh my god.
Some I've had to throw away are some of the paints I got from Casey and Brother Garrett. I've had to replace some of those colors.
I haven't even checked.
Just
I
because
still have.
They've dried up. That was from 7th edition. But there's no big deal. I mean, pot here, pot there, just replacing.
This is one of the Air. April and Sunset Air.
The air, because it's not as chunky, doesn't build up as much crap in the lid. And so the air paint,
I haven't
find
opened this
lasts
since.
longer.
I think this was since 7th. Yeah, 7th, right before 8th. Dude, it's still great. Man. Oh, you can smell it. Yeah, this is, wow. Yeah, I still got a lot of these, man. Nurgle's Rot. Let me see, hold on. I'm trying to find one that's, Okay, here you go. Here's one of the regular ones. The base. The base Averlin. Let me see if there's anything.
Just in case anybody wonders, my wife was walking by my desk, so I shot her a quick kiss. I wasn't, necessarily kissing at the camera.
He does that. He's weird. Yeah, it's like it's literally clumped. It's stuck there. Yeah, you can see it. It's pretty wild.
What scale is your wing Gundam, Mythos? The wing is
Throw this away.
which one dried out?
The base Everland Sunset.
Ah, yeah.
I've had this forever, dude.
Okay, help me out, brother. Where on the box do I find the information you're looking for?
The scale?
Yeah.
Should say in the front. It's going to be in the front corner somewhere. It's just scale.
1/144.
There you go.
Mito says I love you a lot on the Hangouts. Well, people who come to the after party get special treatment.
This is true.
Which I think the boxes of these are all the same size. So I wonder if the scale is all the same.
Yeah, this thing's done.
144.
Hey, trash can made it.
144. Okay. So I have one that's 140, or three of them that are 144. One that is my new Gundam from Armor Array is that thing massive. See a number on it though. Okay, well I have stuff. It's so massive. I have stuff balancing on it. So you know, I'm not gonna move that one. But the new Gundam is a master grade. The goal is to work on the others and eventually work my way up to the master grade, since that's going to be the most difficult. All right. Some of my closing thoughts are well, this actually. I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to do this. At least one battle report. I want to do some Angel Scars. Just because, I mean, I love all of my army that I've painted up for my White Scars. However, the con on fights is one of my favorite things I've ever done. And so this is going to be my Belial. And yeah, we're going to do some White Scar Raven Wing.
Okay.
The Barbatos. Oh, the Barbatos he did was Master Grade, not as bad as you think. Okay, cool. I had to spend unnecessary money on my other hobby as Caesar and Augusta decided to get it on. Did you put them back in the same tank? I know you put them on a break. Or were these different things? We were on a break. But yeah, that's my closing thoughts. Is Dark Angel Scars.
Okay.
Those are going to happen, and I think it's a time to bring the Scars into 10th edition.
Dust them off. All right, let's see.
So, what do you guys think about the leaks from the Dark Angels that you've seen so far? Oh, if I'm doing the White Scars as my Raven Wing, I think that gives me some leeway to do a Lion, to do a con version of the Lion. Do a Primarch, Jagatai con.
Oh my gosh.
That would be cool. I don't know what I'd use for this, conversion or whatever. Oh no, not these two nuggets. Good to see you, Nate. We were actually just saying goodnight.
Man, what do you mean nuggets, man?
I like
Man, I
that.
like nuggets. Chicken nuggets.
though. Yeah.
Butt nugget.
Oh my gosh.
What am I talking about?
Why butt nuggets? Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Chicken butt nuggets, man.
Of
Those are eggs.
Dark Angels Leaks. If you guys liked tonight's episode, make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button.
I'm looking
in
for
the
it,
name
man.
of the Emperor.
Hold on. There he is. Move.
Remind me tomorrow to fix the mute button.
Hold on.
Fix-
That ain't. What is that? That ain't no ox. What? Why did your face come up?
I don't know.
What the hell is happening? You're seeing this, right?
I'm seeing it. Drop us some comments down below and feel free to be part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations or maybe a helpful conversation.
Man, I'd rather the free breeding program than this mess, man.
24 McButt Nuggets. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah. 24 McButt?
Subscribe to us.
That's a
or
stinky
any
ass
of our
box,
friends
man.
of the Frosted Fist down below in our link tree. And we'd love to have you subscribe to them.
It's a
and subscribe
nasty ass box.
be part of the pack here on the Frosted Fist. If you also are looking to buy any Conquest models,
Stanky.
games, go to their store and use the code F and F10. That's FANDF10.
Excuse me, miss.
So
This box smells like shit.
on your miniatures and give us a little bit of a kickback. And if you go to our link tree down below, you can even find a link straight to the Parabellum store. Go ahead and start shopping. Anyways,
I need my money back, please.
stay frosty.
I can't. I want my money back. You bitch.
Dank nuggets.